honeymoon, a time to celebrate love, dreams, and the beginning of a new life. But for this couple, it became a journey marked by betrayal, blood, and death. Sonam and Raja had just gotten married. A beautiful young woman from Shivpuri, Madhya Pradesh. Sonam came from a modest background. Raya Raghavanshi, on the other hand, was a well-off businessman with political connections. They had met through mutual circles, and their wedding was quick but celebratory. After the wedding, like many couples, they planned a honeymoon. The destination, Sara, Meghalaya. Beautiful waterfalls, breathtaking views. But what should have been a romantic getaway turned into Raja's final journey. On May 23, 2015, Sonam and Raja set off on a day trip by car. But that night, Raja went missing. Sonam reported to police, "We were attacked. They took my husband. I managed to escape." Authorities launched an immediate investigation. Drones were deployed to search the area. And then, on June 2nd, the search ended. In a gorge near the Sonam waterfalls, police found a body. It was Raja, covered in wounds, his skull crushed, his throat slit, his jewelry gone, his phone missing. Was it a robbery, a random attack, or something far more sinister? At first, it looked like a highway robbery gone wrong, but the inconsistencies in Sonam's version raised suspicion. Her phone records, her bank transactions, her location history. They all began pointing in another direction. Then came a name, Raj Kushwaha. Not Raja Raghuvanshi, the husband, but Raj Kushwaha, Sonam's former co-worker and allegedly her former lover. Over the previous 2 months, Sonam had transferred nearly $25,000 across 5 different accounts. She claimed it was for charity, but those very accounts belonged to men who had rented a vehicle and followed the couple in Meghalaya. One of those men, Raj Kushwaha, had deep ties to Sonam. The police now believed this wasn't a robbery, it was murder for hire, carefully planned, coldly executed. Surveillance footage showed Sonam and Raja heading to the falls together, but they were followed by men who took a different forest path, the same area where Raja's body would be found. The murder weapon, likely a sharp machete, locally called a dao, caused deep, fatal injuries. Raja never stood a chance. As the story unraveled, Sonam disappeared. She switched off her phone and went into hiding, but by June 9th, she resurfaced at a roadside eatery in Gazipur, where police finally arrested her. Even then, Sonam stuck to her story. "We were attacked. I tried to save him. I couldn't." But every piece of evidence told the opposite. The location, the timing, the money transfers, the missing jewelry, it was all part of her plan. She had chosen the remote destination. She had ensured Raja wore gold jewelry. She had been in contact with the killers, and she had walked away, calm and unharmed, while her husband bled to death in a gorge. Raja's family was shattered. His mother cried on camera, saying, "We accepted her like a daughter, and she did this to our son." Social media exploded with anger and disbelief. Was this love or just manipulation? The police had done their part. Now it was up to the courts. But beyond justice, what remained was a haunting silence, a question that echoed in the hills of Meghalaya. How could love turn into such a deadly game? This story is not just about a murder. It's about what happens when love is faked, when someone uses trust as a weapon, when a honeymoon becomes a death sentence. Sometimes the person who promises to hold your hand for life might be the one who pushes you off the cliff. Sonam's story is a reminder, a warning, that behind the most beautiful smiles can hide the darkest intentions.